Who will be part of this historic weekend, writer, broadcaster, and musician, Carrie Sheffield. Carrie, great to be with you as always. So you're not just going to be there at the big celebrations, you're going to be performing. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes, I am so excited. Some friends and I, we will be for 1 hour on the main stage at the Great American State Fair on July 4th from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. The name of the program that we've given it is America's Flame Burns Bright. And I will be leading the hour as the host. It will be a 1 hour celebration of music and patriotism and prayer. And so we've got a great lineup of songs. They are sing-along songs. We're going to have the lyrics on the screen. You can see there on your screen who we have as our intercessors. We're kicking things off at the top of the hour with the VA Secretary. He is a chaplain in the Air Force, Doug Collins. We've got Carrie Lake, who is President Trump's ambassador designate over to Jamaica, will be leading some prayers, and I will be singing, and my friends, we will be leading some songs.
Well, this is so exciting. I'm very excited for you. And the intercessors, they're going to be praying over the nation during this time. Talk to us a little bit more about that and just how important faith is during a time like this, our 250th anniversary.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 6 intercessors, and so we've each given them a theme to be praying over the course of the hour. And so we're going to intersperse the songs with the prayers. So we're going to have prayers for our military heroes, prayers of gratitude, prayers of blessing, prayers of favor and protection for our leaders. And so all these different themes, because, you know, our country was founded uniquely as in God we trust, that we were one nation under God. And this is just mind-blowing through human history, because usually it was under the king we trust, under the oligarch, under the party, under a small cabal of humans, but it was here under God we trust. And so that's why prayer is so interwoven into who we are as Americans, and it's always been that way. You know, and the national days of prayer that we've had presidents, even President Abraham Lincoln, he had a day of prayer in the middle of the throes of the Civil War, because he knew how important it was for us to commune with God and to have God at the forefront of everything that happens in America.
Yeah, and at a time where things seem really divided, this is so important.
It is. And in fact, one of our intercessors, she will be praying for unity for our country. Her name is Tanya Pruitt, and she founded an amazing group called Unite Us. And they have created an amazing series of revivals around college campuses, because Gen Z, they want to be united. And they also want to be united not only with each other, but also with God, our Heavenly Father, who knows what's best for his kids.
Yeah, and we've really seen a resurgence in young people joining the church and really getting more involved in their churches overall. When you're standing up there on stage on Saturday, what's going to be going through your mind, and what do you hope folks take away from it?
So many feelings, so many thoughts. We will have a segment, which I'm very excited about, with my friend Jan Jekielek, who's the host for Epoch Times, and he will be reading a historic letter from a Union soldier named Sullivan Ballou. And this letter was read in the Civil War documentary series that Ken Burns created, and it's a letter to his wife a week before he dies in the Battle of Bull Run, to his wife Sarah, and it's set to a beautiful fiddle song, and so he's going to be playing and pairing this, and that's just an example of what I want people to be feeling and what I will be feeling, which is immense gratitude for men like him who gave his sacred honor and everything, and you can hear it in the letter, the last letter to his wife before he was killed at the Battle of Bull Run. And so I will be filled with gratitude, joy, and for me personally, this is a personal journey for me as the daughter of a musician.
Yeah, that's so great. I love that you're doing this with Jan as well, who's a friend of mine and a friend of the show's. You have a memoir, and it's called Motorhome Prophecies, a journey of healing and forgiveness. And those are really powerful themes, not just for you as an individual, but also for a nation. Talk to us a little bit more about that as well.
Yeah, you can see some of those photos of myself with my father. So my father just passed away this week, on Monday of this week. And there are some photos of him as a boy and myself as a girl, with myself and my 7 biological siblings. And unfortunately, my father was molested as a child, and it created a lot of severe mental illness and trauma for him as an adult. It made him suicidal. And unfortunately, he transmitted abuse and mental illness to my siblings and I. And 4 of my siblings have attempted suicide. We have extreme trauma and abuse in our family history. But at the same time, you can see we have that family orchestra. Yeah. We also had a lot of beauty. My father taught me how to play Bach and Beethoven. He taught me to love America. You can see those patriotic red ties in the picture with the family orchestra. And in fact, when he passed away this week, he passed away while he was wearing his patriotic Star-Spangled Hat on his cap. Wow. In an outpatient facility. And so he taught me how to love America. He taught me how to play the piano when I was 4 years old. He taught me music. And it took a long time for me to come back to be able to sing and play on my own terms instead of feeling just coercion and abuse. And so what I find so beautiful for me personally about this moment is that it's symbolic of our country. You know, our country was not perfect. We had slavery at the founding. Women did not have rights. But we were founded with the intention of a more perfect union and moving in the direction of where is God leading us? Where is he leading us to sanctification, to righteousness, to healing? And that's how I feel about my father. My father was not a perfect man. He was injured as a child. He injured me. But I can choose to see the beauty in what he gave me and in the legacy and in the heritage of not only my country, but also my family.
Well, Carrie, thank you for sharing all that. We're so sorry for your loss, but we're very excited to see you perform on Saturday on the 4th of July. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you, Tracy, and thank you.